Today we're checking out the Lekato WS-80 wireless kit. Now I've been using this for nearly 2 months now, just testing it out in different venues, checking to make sure it's reliable, to see if there's any issues that I'm encountering, just to make sure that this is something that I feel comfortable using and advertising online, and that is the case. So what we're going to look at today is exactly how these perform. I want to compare them to a cable. We know that some of these much more affordable wireless kits that operate on the internet band frequency, this one operates on 2.4 gigahertz, they can have a slightly higher noise floor than RMF, like $300 or $400 Audio-Technica or Shure wireless kits. They typically have a more limited range. The 100-foot distance that this is advertising I found to be correct. They typically do not go through objects so well. I found that to be true with this kit as I have with all the other ones I've tested. And lastly, of course, this goes for the same for RMF, but with internet band stuff, you can also experience some interference. So the good thing about this kit is that it offers 4 different channels that it can operate on. Of course, you can have 4 different band members using this at the same time. However, you might find that every now and then you run into the channel that you're currently on is picking up some interference somewhere, like some clicking or maybe cell phone noise. And so the way you would change that is just delink it with the button on the side, press it, and then when it links again, it'll be on a new frequency, and hopefully that'll have fixed it. The WS-80 comes with lithium batteries installed, which means that they're rechargeable. So on the side here, we have a micro USB port that we can use to charge it through a simple like cell phone cable if you have a micro USB cable, or through your computer. Any little thing that would have charged a cell phone is going to work. However, it does come with a pretty unique cable. I've never seen one of these. So it's got USB type A on the end. Everyone has this. And then it splits to 2 micro USBs, so you can plug them at the same time. Something I like to do is I always have a portable battery in my guitar case. If my phone's running low, I don't want to be without a phone on on my way to a gig that I don't know where it is, or in an area that I don't know how to get back home. I always have a battery in my guitar case, and that's what I've been using to charge the WS-80 when I'm not using it. The latency is not noticeable on this one. It advertises less than 5 milliseconds, which is less than any human can notice, and I found that to be true as well. So typically the range that musicians specifically start to pick up on this. Drummers are usually much more sensitive than guitar players are. A drummer can notice latency at around like 8 to 12 milliseconds, a really good one. And the rest of us usually start around 12 or 15 milliseconds before we start noticing latency. If you have digital pedals in your rig that don't have analog drive-through, then the latency could be building up. You want to double check that before you add in another piece of equipment like this that could be adding a little bit of latency to your sound. What we're going to do in this section is just test it out. I want you to be able to hear for yourself how the WS-80 sounds. So we're going to compare it to a very short cable that I have here. We're going to do 3 samples. Electric guitar through an amp that I'm going to mic. Then we're going to do a violin with a microphone. So it's a low impedance, unbalanced microphone. This is something that you could use with pedals. I'm working on another video for this one. It's a really nice product. And then the third way we're going to test it is with a very high impedance source, such as a piezo pickup on an acoustic guitar. As we're listening, if you find this demo helpful and you're deciding you want to pick this up and try it out, there's a link in the description. I'll get a small commission for that if you purchase through it. In this next quick section, I just want to demonstrate a bass guitar plugged in with a cable to my preamp and then with the wireless kit. So oftentimes these wireless kits, to help make the noise floor not so noticeable, they'll actually introduce a low cut. And I just want you to hear it with a bass in case you're someone who's considering using it with a bass guitar, so that you know how much bass it's actually going to be cutting out of your signal. I recommend good headphones or a good set of speakers for this one. So there it is, my quick demo and frankly a testimonial of the Lekato WS-80. I've used a bunch of Lekato products in the past. I have a tuner, I have a foot switch pedal, a switcher, and I have another wireless kit that I checked out like last year around this time. So that's my testimony. This is something I've been using live and I feel comfortable sharing with you on the internet. So take that for what it is. Again, if you enjoyed this demo, if it was helpful, you can check it out at the link in the description. Take care, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.